I'd cross 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with, baby. She speaks.
So today's topic is
fighting fair.
Took a while, but thank you. You're welcome. So this topic has been a long time coming. We've been planning to do it for quite a while, but it's one of those that requires a bit more energy and thought to kind of put it out in a systematic way, so it makes sense to you. So we're excited about giving the topic today.
Super excited,
and
because you already know who fights fair in this equation.
That's me, you know.
Oh my gosh!
It's not me. It's glory goes to him.
Oh my word!
So
that is anyway.
It's something that obviously we have worked through quite a few times, and we're still working through it. So we're not experts, but it's obviously in our 7 years of marriage and almost 9 years plus of knowing each other, it's become one of those things that is kind of happening in our subconscious. Yeah.
So anyway, fighting fair. You're the one who's supposed to start. So
okay, so
take the lead, brother.
We've got 6 steps that we feel if you use these steps, okay, you call them rules of engagement, okay. If you use these steps every time you guys get into a situation where you're angry with each other, you want to fight, it definitely helps. So Angie, what's step number 1?
Step number 1 is think.
Cabanga. Pense. Réfléchis.
Akanya. Yeah.
Oh
my God.
We've been watching the Queen.
Oh gosh.
So step number 1 is think.
Yeah.
What this means is, okay, something happens to upset you as an individual. Don't just jump and react immediately as soon as something has upset you. Right? That's not the right way to go about things. First step is to think.
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly.
Literally, what is it that happened? Number 2, why is it upsetting to me? Okay? Is the actual activity upsetting because of my own personal preferences? Or is it upsetting because it's a genuine thing that requires me to be upset?
That's true.
Think.
Think is very crucial, which is something that
ladies generally struggle with because ladies are more emotionally inclined. It's not sexism, it's just facts. Okay? So besides thinking,
the second one, which is very but this one's the biggest problem for ladies. This one is facts. Okay, I can't reach, my hand's not that long.
That's how I'm helping you. We do like an exchange when you're over here, so you look smooth.
Okay, no, we'll do it smooth. So the fact part is the one that's really difficult for us ladies, because of the fact that Oliver loves the word assumption. Don't assume.
I don't love the word, I just use it often.
No, like really, what are you trying to say? Like I made things up? No. Anyway, but let me move on. Facts are really crucial. The reason is you get the truth of what really happened. The factual information. Yeah, like real time information. Not stuff that you made up, not stuff that you think kind of happened. Okay, leave assumption.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, so get the facts right. Know exactly what happened. This is the issue. This is how it looks. It's not what you are imagining in your mind. And I was just talking to Oliver another time, and I was telling him, we ladies, it's a weakness because we build this whole thing. This is probably how it started. This is when like the cops came, and this is, man, like we are like movie-minded people, but it's important for us to be able not to put gasoline,
kerosene,
whatever kind of
jet fuel,
I don't know,
paraffin.
No,
don't make it worse.
It's paraffin.
I don't know.
So paraffin. So not to blow up the issue, just
get the fact.
I know.
Sfiso, who texted you at midnight?
Oh my God, no. Sfiso is right. Applying it to the
who texted you? Sfiso. Why is Lindy or Cindy or Joanna or Cynthia, why is she texting you at midnight?
Exactly.
So before you lose your mind,
it's important.
get the fact. Maybe Utandeka, his Fiso's cousin.
Oh my word, the names are just popping up. This guy, really, it's true, but just make sure you know exactly what's going on. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't
get the facts.
Just get the fact. Wow, the way he's going in about this thing. Anyway, let's move along swiftly to point number 3, and it is, we're going the smooth transition, right?
Yeah.
Motive.
Bang da da dang.
Motive.
Motivere, the Greek origin, motivere.
This
Shout out
is
to
a
FL, Fabrice. He always likes to come up with Greek and Hebrew meanings for words that are not true.
Yep.
So the Greek and Hebrew for motive is not motivere, but it sounds right.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. So besides getting to know and think, okay, this happened, I'm upset. Think about it. Why am I upset? Do I have the right to be upset? Yes, I've got the right to be upset.
What are the facts?
Number 2, what are the facts? Okay, you check the facts,
Real time
you check the bank statements, you check the SMS history, and you realize there are facts. I have facts. Once you've done the fact check, instead of just jumping into the fact check, you couldn't catch my English, it's too smooth. It's too smooth.
It's smooth.
It's very smooth. It's so smooth. So once you've done the fact check, right? And you've gone ahead and done all that, right? Next step, don't react just yet.
Yeah.
Find out what is the motive. So as an example, okay, I go to the store. Angela and I agreed, Angie and Ollie, we agreed.
This story will never die.
Leave the story, I'm just giving an example, okay? It's not necessarily a fact. We agreed, and it's okay, cool. Our budget for the store today is $100. Or if you, so I'm just, whatever. I decide I need to go to the store, I need to get a t-shirt, whatever. You can spend $100. Alright, cool. So I get to the store, Angela gets a notification that I spent $1,000. Go to the store, and you check. You have the right to be upset. You've thought about it. You've checked the facts, and it was $1,000 spent, and you did agree on 100. Right? So now, before getting upset, you need to look at the motive, okay? So before just jumping, how can you be so irresponsible? You know we have a budget. How can you spend so much? We spoke about 100. After you've done all your stuff up to facts, get the motive, okay?
That's right.
If you actually check for motive, you might find out that Olivier didn't spend $1,000 out of him being irresponsible or malicious. He might have done it because he found a sale on nappies where you buy like 6 boxes for like 800 Rand.
Exactly.
And my thinking was, if we buy it now, we don't have to buy nappies for the next 4 months, and then it saves us money in the long run. So before just jumping into it and trying to cut off heads, find out what is the motive.
Exactly. Now we're gonna move to my favorite, I know he had a whole lot to say. Now it's my turn.
Just do the transition.
Slowly. You see the thing says focus.
There you go.
So focus is
all right, number 5.
Oh my word. Number 4. It's number 4. I know we're focusing on this matter, okay?
Okay.
So anyway, focus is really critical to just
fighting fair
and moving along swiftly, because the argument is you went into the store and did that. It's just a store matter. It's something that happened on the 6th of May 2016, something like that. It stays that day.
It's an isolated issue, isolated incident.
You don't have to go around and remember last Christmas, while we were dating. This has been a behavior from 1922. Those kind of things.
Always spend a lot of money.
Oh my God! And those words are dead.
What are the deadly words?
Always, never. You never do this. You always do that. So those kind of things are like killers in relationships. Like they kill the vibe, bro. So it's not. Then they're not truthful, because you're never on time.
You're never available.
Really,
fam?
No, those things must just die out. So, but focus is really critical. Fight that particular thing, or talk about that particular issue.
Focus on that issue.
And you don't have to go.
Don't drag other things into it.
Yeah,
People's
that one. I'm just
stuff.
saying it because I'm like focusing on it, because let me move on. Okay, number 5 is forgive. This is really difficult.
So forgiveness is tough. And it's difficult, and it gets more difficult depending on the person.
Yeah.
So some people forgive much easier than others. Could be because of upbringing, just their own temperament. But others, it's more of a struggle.
That's true.
But moral of the story is, you cannot force someone to forgive you.
That's right.
If I've hurt you, okay, I can't come and say, you have to forgive me now.
You must
Give the
forgive.
person time. The one who was hurt is the only one that can
Has the right.
present and has the right
Yeah.
to forgive. So if I've upset Angela,
So I can say, nah.
she can decide whether to forgive me or not,
Yeah.
and be like, and I can't force her to forgive me because I'm the one who wronged her.
That's true.
So a lot of times, especially people want to bully others in the relationship, they will do something wrong and then they will demand forgiveness. Like, why can't you just forgive me? They're like, why are you so stubborn? No, it's not your right to get forgiveness.
No.
If you've
In
done
fact, I
wrong,
think it just delays things.
it makes it even worse. Like, it's arrogant, it's
Exactly.
bullying, basically.
It is bullying.
You cannot hurt someone and then force the person to forgive you on your
So
timeline.
selfish. Yeah.
Very selfish, actually.
Phew, no. Anyway, so that's really important, and we know forgiveness is not an easy thing.
It
Because
gets easier
obviously-
over time.
Yeah, it does get easier because you have taken all those steps. You know the motive, the facts, and all of that kind of stuff. It does get easier when you consider all of those things together.
Yeah.
But it's important that we make an effort.
Yeah, make an
All
effort.
the
It's
time.
like,
It's
okay,
not-
look, he's hurt me, he's upset me, you choose to forgive.
Yeah.
And the sooner she forgives me, the sooner we can get back to normal.
Yeah.
And it's you have the power basically in your hands to decide whether this argument ends now or continues at a later stage. So if you've been hurt, you have to be the one who decides that, look, I'm going to let this person go. I'm not going to hold on to this issue. I will forgive you.
In fact, it's weighty.
And the
So
forgiveness
just
needs to be
hold on.
genuine. It needs to be like a genuine.
For real.
Don't like forgive just to end the argument. Okay, I forgive you.
I forgive you. And then the mood still stays the same.
Yeah. If you forgive, things
Let
must
it
go back to normal.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Oh, that's all we know. Alright.
And then this is Ollie's favorite. I'm sure many other people enjoy this one, right?
Bang da da dang. Number 6. Make it a RP. Make it the up.
I love makeup. You know, I go to stores and I
No,
love
we're not
blush.
talking about makeup. We're talking about making up. Okay, make up. So once you've hurt someone,
Yeah,
they need to first of all think about what happened.
it's true.
They need to then get all the facts. Once they've got the facts, they're still upset. Then they need to look at motive. It's still some. Then after you get the motive, you discuss it. You focus on the issue. Once that's been focused, and they decide to forgive you,
Yeah.
it's your job as the one, the perpetrator, the criminal,
The criminal.
the
Say it
cause
again.
of trouble.
The criminal. I'm just, yeah.
Put your hand down.
No, I'm just-
When do you become a gangster?
Woo!
So you as the criminal, you as the perpetrator of the
Yeah.
crime, it is your responsibility and duty, once you've received forgiveness, to initiate make-up. Like, you have to make it happy. Like, I'm not saying anything in
This
particular,
guy is crazy.
and there are different ways of making
Oh
up.
my word, yes.
And all I'm saying is, it's important that if you have been the cause of trouble and someone has been kind enough to say, look, I'm not going to hold it against you, I've forgiven you, you need to go out of your way to make up.
Actually, the makeup that would be the worst is if, let's say, you're saying your makeup and then you like, yeah, let's play a FIFA game.
No,
Hello.
the makeup
Yeah.
option needs to be something that is relevant to the person that you hurt.
Thank you.
So I can't buy Angela a bouquet of flowers because I know she has no time for flowers.
Oh,
She has no time for cards.
oh, bruh.
If I'm trying to make her happy, I need to bring back a bucket of wings. You know, she's from Botswana, so she likes meat. You know, bring her ribs or take her to the spa, get her
Now
nails
you're
done, get her
talking.
feet done. You know, tell her, look, you can go change your hairstyle if you like.
You can make me upset now. So I can gain all
No,
this
I'm
thing.
such a nice guy. I can't do that. I
Maybe
can't make
I
you
need
upset
that.
on choice.
Those
It's always by
things just
mistake.
sound-
So you need to make every effort to make up, and making up doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy a gift. Especially for most guys that I know.
Yeah, no, actually,
This is a
sometimes
PG.
actually the no,
But
you
I'm
must
just
leave
saying,
that one out. But
make
some of
up.
the things actually
Make it the happy, you know.
What? Some of the things that people do are it's really weird. Like someone will just give you cash and go do that. Like it's not thoughtful.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's like a silent, or like you're a puppy and then you get a little treat. Nah, fam, no. And then the other thing that we know, this process of making up, it's not
difficult.
easy. Yeah.
It's not everyone does it naturally.
It's not easy, but and it's not necessarily. It doesn't have to be dragged on
For a long time.
for a very long time, and simply because we always say no man knows the hour.
Yeah.
to have to
What's
go
the point of being
away.
upset with someone for a week, and then you find out that they went to work, you didn't talk to them, you didn't call them, then you just get a phone call from the office, Johnny didn't make it to the office. Is he at home? Then you're like, but he left home
Woo!
2 hours ago.
Nah, fam.
And
That
then
thing.
you find out Johnny was, and then you cry extra at the funeral.
Yeah.
So we're not saying anyone's gonna die,
But it's important.
It's important to always be on good terms.
That's true.
And that only happens by making up, by forgiving, by making up as quickly as possible.
Genuinely. You know, not like us ladies when you say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but then you still have an attitude and stuff.
yeah, please.
So I know there's an older couple, I think they're married for like 15 plus years, and they said that we know we're not going to get divorced, and it's kind of silly
It's waste.
to fight for a week because we know at some point we're going to make up, and we've wasted 5 days.
Exactly.
So their whole thing is that to close off any issues within 24 hours. So if something happened before the 24 hours has elapsed, we need to have gone into some resolve. And once they get to that point, then they're all happy and they've saved a lot of time.
And then we also said, we put that disclaimer that it's not easy.
It's not easy, we're not going to lie to you.
But
not
then we
telling you
believe
this.
that couples that are still coming, you can literally fast track.
Yeah, you can
Is that the
fast,
word?
yeah.
Yeah, make it better. Well, my English is improving.
It's smooth.
Oh, it's very
The
smooth.
English is very
It's very
smooth.
smooth. Oh my god. So it's one of those things to kind of learn from other people's mistakes and not have to repeat them again.
Yeah.
So let's just, move along swiftly.
So we got to end the video now. We have to take care of our little daughter Zanita.
said meow?
Meow, for the American viewers.
Meow! That
So
sounds like a cat.
get us to 1,000 likes before the 31st of December. Like, share the
Yes.
page, jump in our DMs. We need to go take care of Zanita. She wants our attention. You can hear sighing in the back.
But it's December. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Family over airtime.
Oh yeah.
I crossed 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with.